chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only. Yeah, girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here, and I'm back with another video. And as y'all can see, I have Shayna here.
Hey, girl, hey.
So, y'all, today, today we're gonna be doing just like a little chit chat, get ready with us. Just because we feel like we got some stuff that we want to talk about, I guess. And yeah, we finna go explore these Atlanta streets, so we just thought we might as well just go ahead and record while we are getting ready. So for Shayna's channel, she does have a YouTube, of course, so I would definitely be leaving that on the screen as well as linking it in the description box so y'all can go follow her. And I'm sorry if y'all hear noises, y'all. We are definitely at a hotel, so we can't control what other people doing. But yeah, y'all know we ain't gonna talk too much. Before we do get into the video, though, if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up and definitely leave us some comments down below. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it.
Okay, so like, what do you feel like is the hardest part of dating now? Like trying to be in a relationship, or just dating, because we ain't in a relationship, so.
Right, okay, single is AF. For me, I feel like since I kind of know what I want, I know what my standards are. My standards, I wouldn't even say my standards are high, like very, very high, but I know what I want, and I know I'm not going to settle until I get what I want. So that's the hardest part for me, and especially with me, with men. Like, a lot of these men, it takes a while for them to actually mature and step up to the plate. And honestly, I personally don't have time to be trying to raise nobody's child. Like, teaching them stuff that their parents should have taught them, or, you know. So, and especially coming from me, like, baby, I ain't gonna say I've been around the block, but like I've had my share of like talking to people. So like I said, I know what I want and what I don't want. And it's like a lot of these dudes, they be wanting a little quick little, you know, a little hunch on you, then going about their day, or they be full of BS basically, and I don't have time for it. So I feel like finding that needle in the haystack, that's what's hard for me, to be honest, because I'm not settling. What about you?
Back to like the standards, like having your standards, I feel like for me it was hard at first, because it was like, dang, do I lower my standards for somebody? And when I say that, I don't mean like I'm lowering myself for somebody else or belittling myself. I'm just like, do I let certain things go? Okay, for example,
are my standards unrealistic?
Right, because some people be like, oh no, he gotta be rich, he gotta be this, or she gotta be this and this and that, and it's just, you be like, all right, now everybody not gonna have all of those qualities. But then when you do find somebody, like for me, I found somebody that had those qualities, and it's like,
it's out there.
Yeah, it's like now you got to be on that level or higher than that level. And I'm not trying to compare them to that person. Like, of course, there's certain things that like I understand. Like, if maybe you don't make the bed up every day, but you are a clean person. Yeah. Like, I can't be upset today and make the bed up. Like, we gotta compromise. Right. And it's just like, dang, compromise versus lowering your standards. Yeah. Like, what's the difference sometimes? Because I want it my way. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like some stuff, like the compromise and lowering the standards, I feel like it's just some stuff that's just like non-negotiables, basically. Like some stuff I just won't tolerate, right? And you know, some stuff you can kind of just be like, all right, you know, like maybe that's something that we can work on, you know. So I don't know, child, it's hard. Like, I know my auntie, she always be saying like, y'all, I feel sorry for this generation, because like it's hard for y'all when it comes to dating. And like Shayna said, I mean, you can definitely find the person that you are looking for or has the qualities that you want, but it's hard. It's hard to come by it.
And then when you do find a person like that has all the qualities that you want, you have to make sure you're ready for that too. Right. Because like I know for me, I wasn't ready for it. It was like,
hold on, I asked for this, but wait a minute.
Right, like I still had a lot to learn. Yeah. And it's like I had to like lose that relationship or that friendship, whatever it was, and and you know, just to be like, dang, I do have a lot more to work on.
I'm not experience.
Right, so you got to be careful, like what you asking for. Like, oh yeah, God, like send me this person in my life. Are you ready for that?
Yep.
Because what if that was like I don't want to say that, but I was like, what if that was like a once in a lifetime thing?
Yeah.
So you definitely have to put yourself first. Like, it definitely, like when we grew up and people would say, yeah, put yourself first, love yourself, it sounded so cliche. Like, it's like, oh, okay, I understand. But no, like when they say love yourself and like and heal yourself first, they mean that. Like, you have to do that because it's not going to work if it don't continue to grow.
And we're not talking about just self-care, taking bubble baths and stuff like that. Like, no, you really have to do like the inner work, because like Shannon just said, like, you can ask for, you know, X, Y, and Z, and then God will send that to you, and then you like, hold on, I wasn't even, you know, I wasn't even ready for that. Like, I still need to work on myself a little bit. So that's another thing too. I feel like when it comes to dating, a lot of people do hop into situations that they ultimately not really ready for. And like you said, that could sometimes be your person, and it's a one in a lifetime type of thing, and that shit sucks. Honestly, it sucks. Very much so sucks.
Because I was watching this TikTok, and this girl, she basically was telling a story time. She was talking about this topic, and she was like, she had just got out like a bad relationship, bad marriage, or whatever the case may have been, and she finally went out on a date with this guy, and he was just such a gentleman. Like, opened doors for her. They was having good conversations, yada yada yada. Then at the end of the day, like, he paid for it.
Yeah.
And her response, instead of being like thank you or something like that, her response was, I hope you're not expecting nothing from it. So him being in his mindset, she said he got up, he kissed her on the forehead and was like, you have some healing to do. And he left. Yeah. So in her mind, she was just like, well, he just left me out on this date. And then she said she looked at her phone and she saw a link to an Uber and was like, oh, well, shoot, maybe like I did just miss out on somebody good just because of what I've been through. Like, now I'm sitting here, now all men ain't ish and all this other stuff, and we got to get out of that. We got to definitely get out of that and stop comparing people to like a bad relationships to other people.
Right. Yep. That's this post that I saw on Spiritual Word. They had posted something that was saying like basically like heal your trauma, because you can get in a new situation and you'll be looking for stuff to, like, you know, that's not right, or looking for stuff like this too good to be true, you know what I'm saying? Or bringing in, like you said, the past trauma or past hurt or whatever and putting that on the next person, and that's not even their intentions. So you gotta let that hurt go, and that's hard. A lot of people be saying, let that hurt go. Girl, sometimes that shit is very hard.
It is, but then you gotta realize, like, we talk about manifestation a lot, and when you are looking for the bad, you're manifesting it.
Yeah.
Like, we think manifestation is only, oh, we manifesting the good. No, you can definitely manifest something bad in your life.
Yeah.
Like, you ever heard, like, y'all ever seen negative people just be like, they're just so negative, and you like, dang, if you wasn't even negative about it, it probably would have been a good thing. So it's just like, you just gotta stop doing that.
Yeah. All this stuff keep happening to you because you always speaking bad.
Right. Or it's like you're looking for it to happen. You're looking for that person to cheat. Like,
yeah.
And then
they always say, you go looking for it, you gonna find it.
Especially when it's a good person, then it's like a smack in the face to them, because then it's like you sitting there questioning them, and they're like, dang, I wasn't even on that type of time ever.
Exactly.
And then now you're pushing me away, and that's exactly how people start pushing other people away. So,
yeah. And I feel like us as females, we really have. I know me personally, like back in my younger days, I definitely, just from like previous situations, like I definitely had that issue of, like, you know, accusing of the person of doing something, and they wasn't really even doing nothing, but it kind of pushed them into doing something, because like, well, shit, you keep accusing me of doing it, I'm just doing it anyway because you think I'm doing it. So
I might as well have
okay,
right.
Period. Shoot. As much as you accuse me of whatever she said. I don't know the rest of the words.
But yeah, like, and that's it. That's, I don't know. That's real. So, like, we have to definitely stop. And I see it happens when we're so young. I don't know if we, like, get it from TV shows, if we see it from our parents. Because, like, I'm a mentor, so it's like I start paying attention to what my mentees are doing, and I don't know, like they going through the same thing, and I was like, you can't look at stuff like that. You can't be like, oh, because they hurt me, or because you have daddy issues, now all of a sudden every man is bad.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you do. Speaking of daddy issues, child, that's the whole. Okay, well, I guess we can kind of talk about that. So, I didn't realize, because I'm a lesbian, so of course I date women. I didn't realize how my daddy issues still affected me in a lesbian relationship until I started like, how do I, okay, I'm gonna be real. My dad wasn't there, and to me, he always looked like he won't shit. So, of course, some of that had to do with me following after my mom and hearing it from my mom's perspective. She don't look at it like that's your dad. She look at it like that's my ex, that's my baby father.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to be looking at him like that's my father. Like, this is why I need him in my life. Even though you weren't there for my mama, like, it's me and you now,
right.
You know? So
I'm your seed.
Yeah, for real. And I don't know, like, you just gotta, I know for me, like, oh, that's what I was gonna say. I think men need to be like, I put men on a high pedestal. I'm like, you're supposed to be the provider. Even though that I'm not with a man, I'm like, y'all all are supposed to be providers. Like, if your woman is down and out, you need to be picking up that slack.
Right, she should be able to count on you.
Yes, and I mean, it can be vice versa, but no, I still strongly believe that a man is the provider in the marriage, in the relationship and stuff. So when I see people like half-ass doing something, or seeing a man that's, it's like they have a woman taking care of them, I just be like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, grow up.
Like, you don't feel some type of way.
And then it's like, when now that I'm starting to like communicate with my dad and starting to feel that love, like, okay, weird, I am getting a love from a man. Like, I'm starting to look at men differently. It's like, oh, okay, well, I can start looking at you in a passionate way, not as far as relationships, but just in general. Like, and now it's like, okay, well, now this is how I want my son to be raised. Like, because I can now raise my son better because my father is in my life.
Yeah.
Like, do people think, oh, well, if I'm a lesbian, my father don't got nothing to do with it? Or people say because your father not in your life, that makes you a lesbian. No, like, your father has a lot to do with you growing up as a woman in general. So.
Yep. Sure.
I'm trying. And then you have to also realize, because y'all, my therapist, if I ain't had a therapist, I wouldn't, I'd be like, forget this conversation. But like, she had to show me, like, with really all parents, mentors, whoever is in your life, guardians or whatever, you have to realize that they're stuck in their ways. They're not gonna change. Like, you could tell them something and it go in one ear and out the other, and you kind of got to be the one to just be like, okay, I'm gonna set these boundaries. This is why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah.
Cause
I feel like that's the older generation, period. Like, they just be stuck in their ways about a whole bunch of stuff.
Shoot, even with like entrepreneurship, like, they don't understand entrepreneurship like we understand it.
They are so used to being at jobs for 20 and 30, 40 years and retiring from that same job, and
now retirement don't even do nothing for you.
Yeah, and when you tell them like, hey, I'm quitting my 9 to 5, my stable income, to pursue my own business or to be a YouTuber or, you know, stuff like that, they look at you upside your head like, what? Like, they don't see the vision until it start paying off. Like, you start getting money from there, and they be like, oh, okay, well, what y'all do on that YouTube? Like, how you do this and how you do that? Like, no.
And that's when you got to use that as your drive. Like, if you gonna quit, like, last year I was in that position where it was like, okay, I don't have to work right now, so I'm gonna just do YouTube.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you're ready for that too, because it's way harder than what you think. And when you go to that 9 to 5, it's like they give you the work and you just gotta do it.
And you got a guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks.
But when you by yourself and you're not getting paid for it, like when you start off, you're not gonna get paid for. So it's like, damn, now I gotta force myself every day to get up, do this. You gotta plan your own content. Nobody's giving you anything no more.
Yep.
So like, I'm down for like, just be like, forget it. I'm gonna just quit, and then I'm gonna do it. But you be smart about it. You definitely gotta be.
You have to be very disciplined Because it's very easy, like you said, as far as like, you know, waking up every day and you basically making your own schedule, planning what you're gonna do for the day. It's very easy to just lay in the bed and sleep or whatever, and then next thing you know, the whole day done went by, you ain't did nothing, you know.
And you can't go off of motivation, because motivation comes and goes every day. Some days I'll be like, oh, I'm ready for this YouTube stuff, I'm ready to do content, and then the other days I'll just be like, I'm not feeling it. But when I know I need to get up and do it, because at the end of the day, this is what I want to do.
Right, I'm working towards some type of goal.
Right, because you don't be at that 9 to 5 and just be like, you know what, forget it, I don't feel like going to work today. No, because then you know you're gonna get fired.
Yep.
So that's what you have to realize, stuff like that. As far as
it's a lot
entrepreneurship. And there's some people that actually do it and they blow up and their business blows up, or they take off with it. But like we said, you have to keep that drive.
And too, with that, you have to realize too, with businesses, like you said, like some people are fortunate enough to just blow up overnight, but that's very few. So you can't like base because I see like a lot of people compare themselves to, like, if you're a YouTuber, compare yourself to other YouTubers, or you know, just other people that have business in general. And you can't do that, because you'll end up seeing yourself like, well, falling into this funk of like, dang, what am I not doing right, or you know, different stuff like that. And it's just like, you got to trust the process, to be honest. Like, everybody got their own path, their own journey, and you just kind of have to trust it, and not compare yourself to somebody else's success, because they're in there right now, right? Like, they're in there now, their moment, and you just gotta wait for your turn, to be honest. And you just have to keep at it, basically. Like, don't give up, honestly. I don't know why I feel like I'm giving y'all a pep talk.
No, I feel like we talking to ourselves too.
Yeah, because it's so easy, like you said, like even though like my channel is monetized, but like I don't get paid enough to be like, you know, footing all my bills, basically, I guess you can say. And it's like, sometimes that can, I guess, get discouraging to some people. Not me, because I know, like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get to where I want to be. But it's like, some people, they just want that, you know, want it to be coming fast, basically. And it's just like, you have to keep working, stay consistent. I know people probably get tired of hearing that consistent. But
that's the truth.
Yes, because when
you ever heard that TikTok when they're like, Jabria, are you smart? Yes. Yes.
Jabria, are you smart?
Yes.
Okay, yes. You gotta stay consistent, girl. I done lost my train of thought.
My bad. That's all I could think about. Yes.
Girl. But yeah, basically, like, don't give up. Like, don't doubt yourself just because it's not happening for you right now, baby. Just keep working, because one day you're gonna wake up and be like, damn, like, what happened last night? Like, everything just seemed like it blew up, you know?
And a lot of people don't know. That's another thing. These people be blowing up and don't know what to do with it after. It's like, y'all didn't do y'all research how to get sponsorships, things like that. Like, so while you're at this level now, and we can both speak from this right now, like, while we're at this level, learn as much as you can, because like you said, it can happen overnight. So when it happens, I need to make sure I'm ready, and stop letting people think because you got big numbers, you have to have big numbers to get quote unquote sponsorships, like stuff like that. Both of us have definitely partnered with people, like with companies, bigger companies, and they accepted it because they looked at the quality of them. Like, oh, okay, well, I'm about to, we're gonna work with them. You know, like, I cannot stand when I see that. They're like, oh, you gotta have big numbers. No, you do not. You do not have to deal. You just have to be consistent, and you have to want it. You have to want it.
Yep. And two, you can't sit around and wait for companies to reach out to you. Sometimes you have to get in your own bag and reach out to them and be like, hey, you know, this, I'm such and such, and I have, you know, these many followers on this and this many, because they still gonna ask you, but you know, this many followers or whatever. You just kind of have to sell yourself. You have to, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you have to learn how to sell yourself, just like you do at a job interview. You got to learn how to do that when you're working with companies or just selling your product to people, different stuff like that. So, and
humble yourself.
Yes.
Like, I understand, like, some of the things I should be like getting $100 per video on, like, if I work with somebody, but I have to remember, this is like promotion for me.
Yep.
And I'm basically saying, do you got to do some stuff for free? Like, for example, hairstylists, they don't just go out there after they get their license and be like, oh, y'all come do my hair. If I don't know your work, I'm not gonna come let you do my hair.
Exactly.
So that's why people, they be like, you know what, I'm about to do your hair, I'm about to do your nails for free, I'm gonna get my clientele up, and then
I'll start charging.
yeah. And that's the same thing. Oh, with these people that doing lashes, look, I understand, but y'all gotta remember, that's like around your eyes. You have to definitely have your clientele up, because
yeah, because you, like you said, you mess with somebody's eyes, and there's some people livelihood like you gotta see. So
so yeah, definitely remember, like, just humble yourself, because everybody be feeling like they can get up there, and I don't know, they don't want to do the work behind it, I guess.
yeah.
I don't like my makeup today. I feel like I didn't miss the step. Probably did. But yeah.
But yeah, and then so for that can tie in. So y'all know, well, if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, you never seen my face before. I did just move. I did a state-to-state move maybe like a week and a half ago. I moved from Texas to, I was gonna say California.
That's next.
His wife. Yes. I moved from Texas to Atlanta, and a lot of people, me and Shane was kind of talking about this yesterday, because she is not from Texas, but she lives in Texas now. And a lot of people, when it comes to state moving and stuff, it's like people put this big, like, I don't know what the word is, like a fear, or a lot of people are scared to do it, I guess, to just pack your whole life and just move to a whole new state where you really don't know anybody, and, you know, out of your comfort zone, basically. And I was telling her, I'm like, at some point, it's just like you just kind of have to do it. Like, you have to kind of, again, stop doubting yourself. You have to believe in whatever the vision is that you see and go for it. Because if you keep sitting at home in your hometown or whatever and just be like, dang, like, well, what if, you know, this happened, or what if this don't go right, and what if I don't make friends, you know, just thinking about all this stuff, and you just putting fear into your own dreams, basically. And you can't talk yourself out of what God has, you know, in store for you. And I was telling Shana yesterday, I was like, something stuck with me from my manager. He was like, don't tell yourself no, like, let somebody else tell you no. So in all, basically, because I don't want to keep going on, and I feel like my wig sliding. Like, just go for it, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, you have to. Cause it's gonna be hard. Cause I know, like, when I moved to Dallas, cause I was in the Army, and I moved from Fort Hood to Dallas, and it was like, it would have been easier for me just to go back home and leave it at that, because I knew I had something to fall back on. Like, I knew my mom, like, my sister, like, I knew I had something to fall back on if something had failed. But I couldn't think like that. I literally, like, I was looking for apartments before I even knew how much income I was gonna have before I got out. And, like, I had to manifest and just be like, you know what, just do it, and whatever you gotta do. Then it was the beginning of a pandemic. I was just like, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But you have to go out of your comfort zone. Because when I reached out to her, I told that story how I met her. And what was it, yo, drinking video, the truth or drink? I said that.
Girl,
I think I did. I think I did. Go back and go watch that video on her channel. And I told her how I met her. But, like, I just reached out, and I didn't know that we would get this close, you know. You just got to kind of just do it and be okay with it. And be okay to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's like, just like you don't want other people talking fear in your plans, you don't do it to yourself. Because it's definitely easy. What is it called? I think it's called self-sabotage. Where you, like, I don't know the definition, so don't start me lying. But look that up. Self-sabotage, that's what it is. And you just kind of have to stop that. And like I was just saying, like, you have to have faith, trust the process, like, whatever.
And stop telling people what you want to do. Like, if you want to do it, you do it. It's not, stop getting validation in people in your life. Like, I understand a lot of people might help guide you, but your mama don't got nothing to do with your life. Like, if you want to be real.
And like I said, we said earlier, a lot of the older generation are stuck in their ways. Like, a lot of our parents and stuff didn't just up and move to a state just out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people did because they probably had to, but not having a reason, like just moving to move, like, that's not the norm to them. And dang, what else you just said? I was about to say something.
Validation.
Yeah, that's another thing with me. When I was younger, I used to be like, you be excited, so you be telling like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I want to do this. And it's like, one, you have to learn, I don't know what kind of people that you have around you, but some people they put on this face of like, oh, I'm happy for you, but in the back of their head, they like, damn, like, yeah, like, oh.
No, you good.
Oh, I thought you was agreeing with me. I was like, yeah, but they'll be like why is it happening for her and it's not happening for me? Or what she doing, basically hating on your plans, basically. And it's like they can be praying or whatever whatever you wanting to happen don't work for you. So you have to learn to kind of keep stuff to yourself until it's like under wraps. So like with the whole me moving to Atlanta thing, I didn't really tell people like that. Like I told some people, but people didn't know that I was actually moving until I got approved for my apartment. Because, like I said, people these days, they have weird intentions. A lot of people have weird intentions, even though they probably show that they don't. But, and I don't have time for it. So
you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Nobody, it ain't even worth it.
So, child, I don't know. I ain't to go get my wig blue because it's hot. Okay, as y'all can see, we are ready. Well, Shayna is 100% ready. I'm semi-ready. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, our little chit-chat or whatever. But like I said, I will leave all of Shayna's info down in the description box, as well as I'll run it across the screen. But we gotta go. So I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace. Bye.